Vivienne Westwood just did a collab with Nana, and I wanted to talk about it. But before that, I wanted to do a quick PSA. I just started getting more into fashion stuff, and I don't know everything. So feel free to educate me in the comments, because I'm happy to learn more, and I would love some recommendations on what to look into. But for right now, my opinion is my opinion. And I may still do a deeper dive on Vivienne Westwood outside of this drop. Also, as for pricing, all I can say is it's expensive, but it's not too different from their normal Vivienne Westwood stuff, so it's worth it if you want it to be. Just like this watch I own from them. It's probably not the best quality, but I wanted something from them that isn't a necklace because the necklaces are faked to death, and I wanted a watch anyways, so I chose this. So, Nana x Vivienne Westwood is a long-awaited collab. Considering in the manga, the characters wear so many Vivienne Westwood or Vivienne Westwood-inspired pieces, leading up to the drop, they released the 25th anniversary edition of the Nana manga, along with an alternate cover that is a Vivienne Westwood x Nana cover. It looks cool, but it was kind of just unnecessary. Like, I don't think there was anything different between the two volumes, at least when I looked at them. And as for manga collecting, I like when all the spines go together like Dragon Ball, but if they're all one color and one of them is red, it's weird. Like, One Piece can have different colors because they're all different colors. Basically, I just like consistency and stuff flowing well with the spines of my manga. But leading up to the drop, there was a decent amount of hype brewing based on just the sheer amount of Nana fans that learned about Vivienne Westwood from the manga, or people that just liked the outfits from it. And especially the orb lighter, because that thing is super cool, even if it's just bulky and goofy, though I'll talk more about that later because I got some other comments before getting into the products. So it's finally come, and it's drop day, but guess what? All the items are sold out. What? Want to guess why? Because it dropped early. It was supposed to drop on the 13th, but it dropped around 9 p.m. on the 12th, where I am at least. This was already kind of an annoying start for me. I knew this would happen because, to my knowledge, there was never a drop time, and being based on UK time, I knew it would drop early in the US. But the main issue with the lack of a drop time is that it kind of makes it unfair for the people who can't just refresh the website for 2 days because it could drop early, late, or whenever. It's not like waiting for a rapper to release an album because we all know it's supposed to be around 12 a.m. on Thursday night. Clothes, however, drop whenever a company wants or says they want to drop them. This with the added fact that there was no lookbook, so even if you got lucky and got there on time, if you don't just spam a random item to checkout, it'll probably have sold out. The lookbook thing is a minor point. It's just more annoying paired with the lack of a release time. Like, Supreme drops Thursday at 11 a.m. Eastern time, so if somebody has bots, I'm screwed, but outside of that, it's just a race, which is more chill than some random release date. Also, the fact that they removed products from the website a bit after they sold out, which means I have to use Reddit to find images instead of just looking at a lookbook. Or the Nana section of the website, which is annoying unless I can't find it, but I don't think it exists, without using something like the Wayback Machine or finding all the product links individually. Now, let's talk more about the wasted potential of this drop. The pearl earrings are cool, and so is the pearl necklace. Personally, I'm more of a fan of the silver just because gold looks awful on me, and big pearls are weird, but my main problem with this, and it will be a reoccurring one, is the question of what makes this Nana. Like, they don't have any reference photos of the manga per product, so I don't even know if this is in Nana, or if this is just a redrop. It seems the pearl earrings are just a redrop, but with a white or black colorway, whereas I can't easily find the necklace anywhere, so I assume it's new. The white is supposed to be for Hachi and the black is supposed to be for Nana, but I don't really know if it's really enough to be like, oh, this is Nana. And I'm not saying it needs to be a crappy primitive style shirt where they just copy and paste the manga onto something, slap a Vivienne Westwood logo on it, and call it a day. Like, it can be subtle, but I'd prefer the pattern to at least relate to the characters. For instance, doing like strawberries, which they do in other pieces to match their strawberry glasses. It's subtle, but it relates to the manga more than hearts do. Okay, now to talk about the other orb jewelry, which it's pretty much the same thing as before. The pieces look cool because they are Vivienne Westwood, but it's Nana x Vivienne Westwood, not just a Vivienne Westwood drop. Most people, if they wanted this, may just opt into getting the original versions because it's pretty much just a copy and paste of the other jewelry they already have. And because they all exist somewhere else, it's really not that special. Another staple item of Vivienne Westwood is the armor ring, which to me, the normal one, silver or gold, looks better than the black and white ones. However, I don't really think they could have done much outside of this because Nana wears it, so it makes sense to throw it into the collab, especially because of how iconic it is. I mean, I wish I owned an armor ring. I don't know what I'd wear it with, but it's cool. The choker is also something Nana wears, so including it makes sense. However, I'll highlight most collabs say brand X brand for text, but because this is not Nana X Vivienne Westwood and rather just a Vivienne Westwood drop, the choker just says Vivienne Westwood. I could be wrong because on the inside it says Nana, and I don't know if that applies to the other side because there's no good angle of the back of the choker. As a palette cleanser, let's talk about something cool. The Nana Orb Lighter is super cool, but why on God's green earth is it only in gold? I'm pretty sure everyone assumes it's silver based on the anime. I don't know if this existed before Nana. Apparently it might have had a small release in the 90s, but that's all I can find so far. So for this to fully exist again in any way is cool because it's just such an interesting item, to me at least. But the fact that it's gold is still just like super bizarre. Like why would they do that? Like it's like they're teasing me. It's also like $2,000, so I can't afford it, so it really is whatever, but, you know, it exists. That's cool. Now I'm going to start blazing through because I've pretty much made my point, and it's 3 a.m., at least that's what my script says. It's actually 5 a.m. now. The Nana mini sundress is just a sundress, but it's very Hachi-esque, so it gets a pass for collaboration standards, though it's still just a sundress, which they have a similar version of without the text on their website. This also applies to the corset cardigan. It just feels very uninspired, I guess. As for the shirts, Nana wears it, and they seem to have originally come out in the 90s, so this shirt is just another redrop, but at least it's pulling from something that isn't already on the website, so it gets a pass for existing. The Stormy jacket is probably one of my favorite things from the drop. I just think it looks cool. Of course, I won't be able to afford it, but it paired with the skirt or pants is a fire look. But again, it's just a different colorway of something that already exists on the website. I would have much rather had a Nana version of the heart color blazer that doesn't exist anymore than a recolor of something that does. The Rocking Horse ballerina shoes that go with it are also swag, and they don't seem to do the ballerina shoes so much, so it was an interesting inclusion. The purses are cool. They just have some Nana-inspired charms on them. My favorite of the three is the heart one because it's cute. Really, that's it. It's cute. There's also this Wild Beauty bag that is an ode to Yasu, having the same cheetah print, plus you can fit more stuff in it than the other bag, so that's a plus. Which that last bag adds to my closing thoughts, because it wasn't in the drop, and it's just another thing on the website. I was lying, but there is a good chance you believed me. This drop is just another Vivienne Westwood drop, hyped up as a Nana drop. They are different colorways of the same things that already exist on the website, or redrops of stuff that may have featured in the manga. There really is no point in getting this if you aren't already interested in Vivienne Westwood. I would have preferred if they just had a bunch of older pieces that no longer exist with a slight Nana-inspired redesign to make them distinct from the originals, and as well as to preserve the integrity of the originals. There are a decent amount of Vivienne Westwood outfits in Nana, so I assume there's a decent amount of things there that no longer exist and could have been re-released. Either that, or they could have just simply gone harder on the Nana side. Again, not enough to make it a gross Hot Topic design, but enough to make it feel like a collab. Overall, the drop is just overhyped and falsely hyped. Keep in mind, this is coming from someone who found out about Vivienne Westwood from Nana when I was probably in high school, and I love the look of it. So I'm biased, and I still think it's pretty mid, even for a normal Vivienne Westwood drop. From scrolling their lookbooks, they can do better and have done better. For something so hyped and something people have waited forever for, it's pretty disappointing. But maybe they'll try again. Who knows? It could have just been a test run to gauge audience reception. Someone online said this drop feels soulless, but they said it from the idea of the drop existing. But I think it existing makes sense because Nana is iconic and takes heavy inspiration from Vivienne Westwood. But the designs and everything around it is soulless. The dude probably doesn't even like Jun Takahashi's Evangelion stuff, and that's as tough as anime inspiration comes. Anywho, yeah, this drop was a mess. I'm gonna make more fashion content at some point as I'm getting more into it. I just really wanted to talk about this because it's on my mind. I mean, it just happened. Like this video if you like this video, and yeah, my teleprompter app tried to charge me $200, so I switched it, and it sucks, because every teleprompter tries to scam you. Yeah, anyways, what time is it? It's 5:43. Toodles, time to edit.